Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and this is Rick's Reads. So today I want to talk a little bit about my trip to Japan, but most importantly, the books that I bought while I was there, visiting some bookshops. One bookshop in particular. So I'm gonna do like a little book haul that I did there of completely unnecessary book buys that I just couldn't help but purchase. Yeah, so here are the books that I bought while in Tokyo. I got these books at a bookstore called Tsutaya Books, and there are a few locations of this store, but I went to the one in Daikanyama, which I think is the biggest one. I went to some other more like independent bookstores and things like that, but I can't read Japanese and a lot of those books are just in Japanese. And so this is where I ended up actually purchasing some books for myself, and highly recommend going to this bookstore if you're in Tokyo, specifically the location in Daikanyama, because not only do they have incredible books there, but they also have a bar where you can like have a cocktail while scanning like the books there, and it's just super vibey. And they have an entire bar that's like made of books. Really cool spot. I actually ended up going on my birthday, and so that's part of the reason like I had to buy these books. It was a birthday present to myself, and it was like before dinner, so we ended up getting a cocktail at the book bar prior to going to dinner, me and my husband, and it was super fun. Really good spot. I will be going back next time I go to Tokyo. But anyway, I'm going to tell you about some of the books that I got there. Okay, so first book was Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami. This I've been waiting to read on my Kindle, waiting to get this out from Libby for a while, but I was like, this is a cool book to get while I'm in Japan. So I got Norwegian Wood. Now I don't have to wait for Libby anymore, and it's a really cute little version. And it's different from the covers that I've seen in the US. So yeah, I got this. I did not end up getting to go to the Haruki Murakami library that just opened. I'm gonna do that on my next trip, I hope. But hopefully I'll read a few more of his books before I go back and visit that library. But anyway, this should be one of the top ones on that list. Next book that I got, there was no reason for me to get this book. I got Master and Margarita by Bulgakov. Why would I get this book on my trip to Japan? Just because I thought it was a cute version. So this is something that will not translate through this video, but all of these books are finished with this like very soft material. They're all paperbacks, but they feel expensive. There's like this very silky cover on all of them that really drew me to every single book in this bookstore, and I thought that this was a really cute version of Master and Margarita, and this has been on my TBR for a really long time. So I saw this and I bought it. I YOLO'd and I did it, and yeah, now I have this cool silky version of The Master and Margarita that hopefully I will be reading sometime soon, because it has been on my TBR for like a year or so. And then the final book, I did cut myself off at 3, was I got this really shiny, cute version of Before the Coffee Gets Cold. So I have been talking about this book in a lot of my videos because on my second video, a lot of you recommended that I read this series. And I've also had this reserved from Libby for a while. And it was coming up on my Kindle this month, so I really did not need to buy it. But then, like, look at this shimmer. And it also has this like silky like material on the cover, and I just did it, and it's a fun souvenir from my trip to Japan. So yeah, there were some impulse purchases, but again, it was my birthday. I have license to buy myself books on my birthday. I didn't buy myself anything else, so it was just these 3 books, but all of them were impulse purchases. There was no reason that I needed to do any of this. 2 of them would have been coming up on my Libby anytime now, but like, the heart wants what the heart wants. So I bought all of these, and what I like doing with physical books are, if I have high hopes that these 3 books will be books that I really enjoy and will be able to pass on to other people in my life. So I typically try to only buy physical books where I will be either wanting to reread them or wanting to gift them to someone else who I think will appreciate them later on. So I have high hopes for all 3 of these books. I think that they will be potentially books that I'll want to reread, want to have on me, want to give to other people. So that is my little mini book haul that I did from my book buying in Tokyo. So hope you enjoyed this. I'll try to add some B-roll of some of the footage that I took on my trip going to visit this bookstore, so you can kind of get an idea of what the actual bookstore was like, because that was probably the coolest part of this shopping, was just being there and hanging out. We probably hung out for like 2 hours just at the bookstore, and that filled me with so much joy too. So I will now have these like positive memories associated with these 3 books forever. So I'll try to add some of that into this video. I am not very good at like vlogging style videography, something that I want to get better at. So please excuse the potentially poor quality of that as I add it in here. But yes, let me know if you've read any of these books. Let me know if you also have a impulsive book purchasing problem like I clearly do. But if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. If you have recommendations on other bookstores that I should try to go to on my next trip, I will be going back to Japan in February, so would love recommendations on other bookstores that I can go visit. Obviously this one was phenomenal. I would love to go to some more like independent bookstores on my next trip. I went to a bunch that didn't have any English books, and I thought those were really fun to go to. So open to like a mix of bookstores that have really cool vibes that either don't sell any English books, or preferably some that do, so that I can buy more books on my next trip, even though I shouldn't. But anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments. But thank you all for watching again, and I hope you have a great week.